2 years after Battle of the Gods, Akira Toriyama and Toei Animation proudly presents Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F. While Goku and Vegeta train with Whis in exchange for food, 2 of Frieza's followers travel to Earth in search of the Dragon Balls. Once they've obtained, they've successfully wished from Shenron to bring their old master Frieza back to life. Now that Frieza has returned, he trains to reach a new form in an attempt to get his vengeance on Earth and his old Saiyan nemesis, Goku. Now don't expect anything groundbreaking or exceptional from this movie. Those who go to see this movie are only there to see one thing, an epic fight between Frieza, Goku, and Vegeta. Still, there are some nitpicks I have towards this movie. For one thing, the movie is very predictable the very minute Whis reveals a certain technique he can randomly do. No, seriously, I'm not going to spoil the details, but once Whis reveals what he can do if he wants to, the movie becomes way too predictable. And sure enough, I guessed what was going to happen because of his special talent. On another note, I'm not sure how I feel about how the movie treated Android 18, one of the most powerful characters in Dragon Ball Z history. When the Z fighters hear that Frieza has returned, Krillin rushes home to grab his gear and inform 18 of the dangers. 18 offers to go instead of Krillin since she is clearly stronger, but Krillin insists that she is to remain home to protect Marin, their daughter. What I want to know is why? If Bulma is able to watch the fight on the sidelines, who's watching Little Trunks? Her dad? Maybe 18 can drop Marin off at Bulma's place, or Gohan's home where Vidal's watching over baby Pan. Hell, what about Chi-Chi? She's watching over Goten, so just have her watch over Marin. Nope, Krillin insists on 18 staying to protect their child, so that's it. And didn't someone mention Boo in the movie? Where was he? Eating pudding somewhere? We had to waste perfectly strong characters, people. So with the characters that were subtracted from the scenario, at least the movie makes up for it with Beerus and Whis, I guess. What I mean is, in Battle of the Gods, Beerus and Whis were fun characters to witness with their personalities and how they handle their powers. With this movie, I went to watch Z Fighters versus Frieza, but we ended up getting that with Beerus and Whis trolling around. Will they interfere with the fight? Will that special talent I mentioned earlier be used to benefit one of them? Well, what do you think? I don't know, I guess I just expected something different with what the trailers presented me rather than what we got in the end with this movie. Animation-wise, Toei Animation obviously concentrated their best efforts into the fight scenes alone. Watching the fight was pretty epic with some camera angles and nice animation rendering, but there were some rough shots here and there that bothered me. When it came to body proportions, Goku's head felt a little bit smaller while Vegeta's head looked a little too big. Plus, some of the line art looked rushed and very thin, leaving little dimension to some of the characters. Overall, the fight scenes looked epic when everything else seemed very bland. Reminds me of their past mistakes with another iconic anime hero. Am I right? Now, as for Super Saiyan God Form number 2, didn't that just come out of nowhere? What made God Mode 1 special was us watching what it took to watch Goku turn into a god. It wasn't something random and rushed as God Mode 2 was. What I mean is how Goku shows his strongest form to Frieza, what turns out to be God Mode 2, and just bluntly explains how he was able to do it. Nothing special, nothing grand, just, hey, I can do this now. And voila! Vegeta can do it too, even though we never saw him turn to God Mode 1 in the first place. And on the final bad note, the movie had a little too much forced humor. I mean, we're supposed to watch an epic fight between Frieza, Goku, and Vegeta, but throughout the movie we're given random scenes with Whis and Beerus joking around with their food, and also how Goku and Vegeta fight over who gets to hit Frieza next. This is only a minor complaint since it demonstrates how every powerful person was treated in this situation, which leads to certain downfalls that occurred in the movie. Now with all of that said, are there any good qualities to this movie? Well, there are a few things I can mention. It was great seeing some of the characters, both old and new, come back. Some of the jokes were a bit funny, like when Tien mentioned leaving Chaozu and Yamcha behind. Oh, Yamcha. The one great element that really made the movie was Frieza himself. He's just as prideful and full of himself as usual, but watching him put effort into his vengeance and seeing him rage when Goku and Vegeta weren't taking him seriously was what really made the movie good. Yes, Goku and Vegeta are much stronger now, but Frieza still thinks he can win even with the little amount of effort he put into his training. In the end, we came to see Frieza in all of his egotistical glory, and that's what we got and then some. With all that aside, Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F was an overall fun experience. Nothing too special, and it's not perfect, but it all could have been worse. Pop Spectrum gives Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F 3 pops out of 5. For an epic fight of a lifetime between Frieza, Goku, and Vegeta, I was expecting something more. But for what it is, it's still fun to watch. This has been Robin from Pop Spectrum. Thanks for watching. Be sure to like, favorite, and comment on this video, as well as subscribe to Pop Spectrum. Thank you for watching!